Today, both of us travelled back to Toronto from Montreal, but only one of us had the comfort of a plane seat. Regardless, we are making the most of the situation and answering the question, how did the two trips compare? It's the 21st of February 2026. We woke up at 4:30 AM and we are in Montreal planning to return to Toronto with WestJet for one more day at Toronto before we fly back home tomorrow with Air France. We booked 2 seats to fly to Toronto Pearson in the early morning, but we have one small problem. We didn't book enough baggage allowance to take all our luggage with us, and adjusting our baggage allowance at this time would be ridiculously expensive. Now, we could just take the L and pay that baggage allowance like normal people so we could take a 1-hour flight back to Toronto together. Alternatively, we could be stingy and have one of us take most of the baggage on a 7-hour megabus ride back along the corridor to Toronto. You can guess which one we did. It wasn't exactly on my Montreal bucket list to trudge through unshoveled snow in -19 wind chill, and despite giving myself a good half an hour to actually find the bus station, I was genuinely fearing that I was about to miss the bus. Okay, I'm on the bus now. I had a wee bit of a nightmare actually finding this place. It was like on the corner of like some street or other. The instructions were really unclear, but anyway, I found it. I thought I was gonna miss the bus, but then a very nice security guard told me exactly where to go, so also I'm very sniffly. The blisters I got from this panicked scramble back and forth would go on to pain me for a few weeks afterwards. It was not fun. But the atmosphere was pretty, so was it worth it? Maybe. Now that I am completely safe and sound en route to Toronto, let's see how Evie is getting on catching her WestJet flight to Pearson.
Okay, so I've now made it through security. Very quick and easy actually. Now I'm just going to go see if there's quickly get something from Tim Hortons or something. Just because I'm a bit peckish, I'm not eating anything for a bit. I need a coffee. I did not get much sleep as I was maybe foolishly at a bar until 1 AM. As much as I love Tunisia, it's just not quite worth missing a flight. Ended up just getting a pot of water. I will then get a coffee or something on the flight. Okay. Into the gate now. We're at gate A21, which is across the walkway under the bridge in the little satellite. It's actually, I believe it's the same gate we went from the other day with our little Inuit adventure.
She's flying with WestJet today on a 2023 built 737 MAX 8 with a total capacity of 174 passengers. That's split between 162 standard economy seats in a 3-3 layout and 12 premium seats in a 2-2 layout. She's in seat 4A, which is an extended comfort seat featuring an extra inch of legroom and 2 inches of recline, totaling 36 inches of legroom and 4 inches of recline. It also includes what is probably the strangest seatbelt she's ever had on a flight. Anyway, what's the in-flight service like? That would be a great question to ask, but she passed out at this point from staying out till 1 AM the night before. Regardless, the flight was only an hour long, so she really couldn't have missed much. What she does recall, however, is that the crew were really lovely and they offered drinks, and that the extra legroom was well worth it. The coach has the same amount of legroom that a cheap economy domestic flight would have. It's not cushy by any means, but there's a little net to store your stuff in, and you get a nice view off to the side for 7 hours, which makes it much easier to just raw dog the journey like I tend to do. There wasn't any onboard Wi-Fi, but given how the website was boasting how you can charge your phone totally free of charge, I feel like it's my responsibility to mention that yes, there is indeed a charging port, and they do not in fact charge you for using it. So that is a positive. At Kingston, a 75-year-old Italian man boarded and sat next to me on the bus. He spent a good 2 hours telling me about his daughters, all the side hustles and businesses he ran in his lifetime, and his journey moving to Canada. It helped me pass the time, and his story was genuinely kind of interesting. As expected, the Megabus toilet is beyond rancid. It's cramped, it smells horrible, it's filthy, and the door doesn't even close. It's at this point where I realize I can hold it till I get to Union. UTI risk be damned. 1 out of 10. If our 1 to 10 rating system allowed for lower, I would give it lower. It was genuinely horrible. Finally, after 7 hours, I was graced with the urban sprawl of Toronto. By this time, Evie had landed 5 hours prior, and she'd already checked into the hotel. So it was time to stretch my legs, hobble with my blistered Achilles tendons, and join her there. The flight cost her £82.29 and an additional £45.54 Canadian for the seat reservation. In England money, that's £105.12 total. For a flight of 506 kilometers, that's about 21p per kilometer. It's cheaper than the competition, but still a lot for a 1 hour flight. All in all, Evie was pretty happy with her flight and she would fly with WestJet again. The distance from Montreal to Toronto by road was 548 kilometers, and my emergency ticket cost me $96.50 Canadian dollars. That's about £52. It's cheaper than the train and about half the cost of the flight. Granted, it's not nearly as comfortable as the train, and it is much longer than the flight. If there's one thing that I'm very thankful for is that it got us out of quite a nasty pinch. And thankfully, as I didn't need to pee, not desperately anyway, I can't really complain much. Okay, I've arrived at Toronto Union Station. Now I need to head to our airport hotel that we've booked. So I can drop my bags and experience Toronto for one more day, maybe like 5-6 hours, and then that's it. We'll be leaving Toronto in the morning, which is very sad. Thank you for watching today's episode. As of now, we are relying on the footage we have backlogged to keep these episodes coming, but we would like to become monetized by the end of the year so that our episodes can begin to subsidize our travels. So if you do enjoy the episodes we make, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share our episodes with your friends or anyone that you might know that would be into this kind of content. Our Pervernatuk episode was delayed, so this one switched places with it for now. But we hope to have that one out in 2 more weeks. Thank you for watching, and we will see you then.